This drive around Belle Isle will really show some of the promise of true connected driving. What we may see when just about every vehicle is, as Bill Ford put it the other day, part of a giant network sending information back and forth to other vehicles, as well as the infrastructure and even pedestrians. Our Honda demo car was even able to receive a thank you text from the pedestrian. The car detected bicycles, motorcyclists, ducks crossing the road, and in an extreme case, it could send a help your way in an emergency.
So we're driving along, everything is wonderful, when all of a sudden, he gets chest pains and he activates his SOS beacon. Our four-way flasher hazards immediately come on, we slow to a stop, and we send out a signal to surrounding vehicles that we need help. This driver is in distress. Now surrounding vehicles have an option to respond. And as you can see, a Good Samaritan has just responded saying, hey, I can help. And sure enough, here's the Good Samaritan right next to us. So while they're getting into position, a secondary signal has already gone out to the Emergency Assist Center, and they too are springing into action.
And then there's virtual towing. The Good Samaritan up front actually taking control of our car, possibly taking us to the hospital. Now, connected cars aren't necessarily self-driving cars, but this particular Honda vehicle is set up for that. We didn't do it in the congested downtown streets, but once we pulled onto the Lodge Freeway.
Once we have green all the way across, he'll initiate the system via a button on the steering wheel. There's an audio cue and a visual cue. The audio cue you heard. The visual cue is a light bar of green lights underneath the instrument clusters, telling the driver he's in full automated mode.
I'm in the back seat of an Acura RL, and I'm looking at my driver in the front seat. He has his hands folded in front of him, not on the wheel. As we cruise down the Chrysler Freeway, we've actually navigated around some vehicles, even around a construction zone, and this vehicle has done that by itself. The test car navigated freeway ramps, went around slower vehicles, merged, even dealt well with construction. Now, there were a few times it had to hand control back to the driver. That's a subject discussed again and again this week, that no matter how automated a vehicle is, at least for the foreseeable future, the driver won't be able to zone out, take a nap, or read a book. They will have to stay engaged. I'm AutoBeat reporter Jeff Gilbert.